Guys, TikTok is always giving me grief. Hi, TikTok. I trust you guys are excellent. Okay. Let me share this to my story. Hi, everybody. Welcome one, welcome all. Okay. Let me share this to my story. And then let's share it to WhatsApps. My phone is a bit slow. And then 1, 2, 3. Bam. All right. Hi everybody. Hi TikTok. Hi Facebook. Hi guys. Let me sit comfy. Okay. TikTok, are you good there? Okay, everybody's good. Facebook is good. Okay guys, welcome back once again. Welcome back to our weekly You Got This Dearest Mommy initiative. TikTok looks a bit fishy today, but it's fine. The most important thing here is what is coming out of my mouth. Expecting performance issues. Right. Okay, so welcome one, welcome all, and if you're interested in buying the earrings I'm wearing, this is the June edition. Since we're in the month of June, I'm wearing the June edition. If you're interested in buying the earrings just to look nice, just WhatsApp the number on my bio or on your screen, or if you want to learn them, or if you want to buy them in bulk for retail, just WhatsApp the number on your screen or in my bio in line with Facebook. Well, fine, there's a link somewhere here. I don't know why it's not showing. But yes. Welcome everybody. Hi guys. Thank you. Kindly tap the screen and repost the live so that somebody who needs it dearly may see it. So this week we are on week 22 and talking navigating in-laws and family expectations. Okay, so yeah, we'll just be talking about moms who are in a serious union, in a serious partnership, and now they have children here, which means that the in-laws are also included. By in-laws I mean the mother's family, thank you, and the father's family, right? So how do we navigate that relationship while keeping your sanity, right? Okay, so in-laws often carry expectations rooted in tradition, culture, or control. Okay, so mothers feel torn between pleasing their partner's family and protecting their own peace. Why did I say it like that? I say it like this because in this day and age, especially in my culture, right, it is the woman who is expected to perform for her in-laws, right? The man, in my culture again, the man, whenever he goes to his in-laws, he's the one taken care of by the in-laws, right? Right? But when it's the mom going into the partner, the man's family, tray on top of being a mom, right? So that's why I specifically said mothers feel torn between pleasing their partner's family and protecting their own peace, right? Not that I'm neglecting fathers right now. No, I'm just focusing on moms, right? So silence or avoidance can lead to resentment, while confrontation can cause conflict, right? Thank you everybody. Oh, I'm too far. There's something there I'm supposed to customize, but then it's fine. I'll do it some other time, right? Okay, So let's get to it, right? Let's address the elephant in the room. What's the elephant in the room? Okay, so I will first state that, okay, this is how it's going right now in this broken world, because we live in a broken world. Truth be told, the world we're living in has been bastardized. I always say this, that patriarchy started off as a system that favored both man and woman, right? However, as it moved along, it's become bastardized into oppressing and suppressing woman while pedestalizing man, right? So everything has been bastardized, including these systems that were put in place for comfort and for human evolution. Patriarchy, for example, has become the worst enemy for both man and woman. So how did we get here, right? So in this world where everything is bastardized, number one, in-laws demand control. What do I mean by that? Mothers are judged, they are compared and pressured into conforming, right? As I've said, that you find that when it's the female going to the male's home, right, even though she's currently carrying the load of bearing children and taking care of kids, she's expected to bring litre makoti, litre, right? Clean, it's dirty, we're expecting, how, you're still asleep at this time of the day, you're supposed to wake up at 5 a.m., right? So that these expectations put on the feminine vessel, hence putting so much load onto them, so much pressure onto them, and they're judged. Oh, you're still asleep at this time of the day, how, a woman who does this and that, how, right? So there's so much judgment and gaslighting in line with moms, right? And they're also compared, right? Look at so and so's wife, that's what they're doing, right? And we forget that we're individuals, we are unique. That's why we have different fingerprints, because we're not the same. Maybe I'm good at keeping the yard clean, maybe I'm good at fencing, maybe I'm good at gardening, but because we live in a world whereby women are expected to be in the kitchen, we're then compared that, oh, look at so and so's wife, she's so good in the kitchen, she's so good with cooking, right? That comparison wounds your emotional and mental health, right? Thus leading you into second guessing yourself, guilt tripping your own essence, right? Yeah, because you're not given the time to go out there and tend to the garden because it's a man's job, right? So you are seen as useless and compared to Lasban, who's better at cooking, who's better at cleaning and doing dishes. Maybe you are just not meant for the home or house chores. You were meant for the outdoor chores, but then you're not given the chance, so you are labeled useless, right? So yes, there's so much pressure, control is demanded, right? Yet in a perfect world, what would happen in a perfect world? In a perfect world, families would honor the couple's household culture and autonomy, right? Meaning that if the couple has decided that, oh, because as you guys come together to create a home, to make kids and whatnot, in fact, to create a home, you first talk, right? Okay, this is what I like, these are my boundaries, this is what I don't like, this is what I'm good at, this is what I'm willing to compromise, this is what I'm not willing to compromise, right? You talk with your partner, you understand each other, right? Because you are here for your partner, not for your partner's family, right? So you talk with your partner, this is what I'm willing to do, this is what I'm expecting, this is how this will, I feel like will be done, this is what I'll compromise, okay, this is the common ground, right? So you talk, so your partner will know you for who you are. Oh, my wife or my girlfriend or my person is really good at gardening, is really good at fencing, so I will not be expecting a warm cooked meal each and every day. If I do get a warm cooked meal, I'm not expecting it to be as perfect as maybe my mom's cooking, right? So if we understand each other and we've accepted each other for who we are, we love each other for who we are, then in a perfect world, our respective families, the wife or the girlfriend's family, And the husband or the boyfriend's family should respect the autonomy. They should then come into our home to judge us. How? A woman that cannot cook. How? In this home, it's the man that is cooking. How? In this home, is the woman that does the fencing and the tending of the livestock, right? No, that shouldn't be done. The extended families and the in-laws, they shouldn't have a say in the couple's household and the couple's culture and the couple's autonomy. That's how it should be. How can that be done then? How can we make sure that the extended family doesn't come in to judge us as the union, to judge us as the autonomous couple? Number one, we can limit contact. It's a must that you limit contact with your biological family, right? Reduce visits or communication to protect the peace, right? Communicate, just call each other over phone call, have boundaries. Oh, okay, call me at this time. Okay, don't call me at past 10 p.m. because at past 10 p.m. maybe it's family time or we're already asleep, right? Or maybe at 5 p.m. I'm cooking, blah blah blah, or maybe at this time we're having a ritual. So please, these are the times you guys can call me, right? Limit visits. Once a month is enough, or maybe if you guys have an arrangement that you should spend more time in your built home, you and your partner's home, than in your family or biological family's home. If you want to go regularly, then maybe you can just pick 2 days a week, right? Maybe a weekend, right? Maybe on Mondays, right? If you want to be a constant visitor, then it should be, the ratio should be higher at your own built home than at your biological home, right? That's how it should be. So limit contact. And then 2, relocate. I cannot emphasize this enough, especially in our culture. Our culture, I'm not judging it. I respect culture because it's highly possible that it was created for a valid reason. As I've said, that even patriarchy today, we see this bastardized version whereby a woman are judged and women are oppressed and suppressed. That's the bastardized version. Patriarchy initially started so that the man could take care of the woman adequately and efficiently, right? It was a framework that forced man to take care of woman because men are physically, biologically, and holistically built to be providers and protectors, right? So that's how patriarchy came about. However, now it has been bastardized into pedestalizing men. Oh, since you are the provider and the protector, now I must worship you and I am nothing, right? That's how patriarchy has evolved into being bastardized. However, I'm getting to the point that I'm saying that in our culture, in my culture specifically, the woman leaves her home to go to the husband's home and live with the husband's biological family, right? Which is wrong. That's what I'm saying, that maybe it was for a certain protection, right? Maybe back in the day they wanted to protect women because maybe women were extremely vulnerable to men, right? Maybe men were predators back in the day, so it's better to relocate her from her father's home to her husband's home, number one. And number 2, maybe they wanted to help with the motherhood journey, right? Oh, because already at your home, maybe your brothers have already brought in their wives, so it's already a joyful house, so come over this side so that we can help you raise the baby. Maybe that's how it came about, the fact that the woman should leave her home to come and live with the husband. Maybe it was for a good deed, maybe it was for a good cause. However, now it has been bastardized because now the woman, when she's there, she's expected to perform duties, she's expected to do what we now may be prone to label as maid slavery kind of thing, right? So now it's evolved into that. People are now so egocentric, they're willing to take. They don't give. Back in the day, the main aim maybe was to support the woman so that she can have a smooth and comfortable motherhood journey, right? But now it's mostly because they want a glorified maid, right? Somebody who's going to cook. Oh, so see washela, see pegele, right? That's the aim now. So yes, my point here is that relocate. Leave. You guys both leave your homes. That is what a marriage is, right? both partners, the woman should leave her home and the man should also leave her home. You guys leave both your biological homes and go create your own new home, a new portal, a new entity called a home, right? Go create your own thing. Right, relocate, move away to create distance. The distance will then help in these extended family members to stop judging and scrutinizing the culture or whatever household boundaries you have drawn or accepted or adopted for yourselves as this unique new couple, right? And the last one is to be radically honest, right? Openly reject toxic expectations from your in-laws, right? Whether you're the man or the woman, just tell them that, okay, for me, this is a bit toxic and I cannot be able to tolerate it, respectfully so, right? However, next week we're going to talk about drawing boundaries, how to draw boundaries with grace and respect, right? So, but then be able to do that. Some of us were raised to be boundaryless, right? The more you draw your boundaries was the more you were perceived as uhlata, right? You're rude, right? So you find yourself saying that, come on, May, I'll just do it as long as, right? So it may be hard, it may take some practice, but then that's why we're here. That's why people like me are here, to share tips on how to move forward, how to break through these chains, right? These chains that tell you that, okay, you know what, you should be a yes ma'am or yes sir kind of person, so that you can be palatable, so that you cannot be perceived as too impossible, right? So that you can be right. However, when you do that, you are sacrificing yourself, which may lead to resentment, okay? And we don't want that, especially in such relationships, okay? Rather be honest, rather they know exactly who and what they are dealing with, other than absorbing your negative aura, because resentment then emits negative aura. Hi, Jerusalem. Communication is key, exactly, Your Majesty, right? So because if you don't communicate, you are emitting resentment, and the more you're emitting resentment, these people are absorbing this negativity, right? Because when are you afraid to speak out, okay? So rather speak out than be resentful, okay? So yes, radical honesty. And as much as it's hard, it took me years and years to be actually able, if I'm not even there, I'm not there, sometimes I'm just like, okay, I really need to say this out loud, I really need to draw this boundary. However, right, so I'm not yet there, but I am getting there. The fact that I moved from being extremely silenced to saying some things out loud and being able to know how and when to say them, flowers to me, flowers to me. Right, okay. The second one is family expectations crush individuality. What does that mean? Mothers are expected to cook, to host, to obey, to clean, to perform family traditions to the T, right? They're expected. Hi, thank you, Manzi. Thank you, Majesty. Boom, 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 boom. Please tap the screen, guys, and don't forget to repost so that somebody who truly needs to hear this information may get the information, okay? So yes, there's so much expectation on mothers, especially in my culture. You go to your husband's home and you're expected to do all of these things on top of being a mom. Thank you, Manzi. Right, on top of being a mom. And it's a bit impossible, not even a bit, it's very much impossible, okay? In a perfect world, family traditions are supportive, right? There are traditions which say, maybe, let's make an example, maybe once a month, in your partner's home they host a braai, or maybe every Sundays they host braais, right? In a broken world, they will expect the makoti or the wife or the female partner to be the one running around cooking the pap, cooking the porridge, chopping the veggies, cleaning after everybody, doing the dishes, right? Because Pella, they've adopted now free of charge a glorified maid, right? That's what it looks like in our broken society, in our broken world. However, in a perfect world, these traditions would be a way to reconnect. They will be supportive and supported, whereby everybody has their own task. The tasks don't rest on one person, right? Everybody, maybe this one is doing this, this one, right? There's nobody doing something because they are cursed for marrying into the family, right? Or for being the one who is the female that came into the family. I don't know if it makes sense, right? So yes, how can this be done? Number one, redefine traditions, okay? So you keep what nourishes and discard what harms. And this can only be done if you have done the above, right? What I've mentioned, relocate, because you can never go into another person's family and start dictating that, okay, I will not do this and this and this and this and that. We should instead, in this home, we should stop hosting a brides every Sundays and maybe host them one Sunday per month. You cannot. You don't even know how the tradition started, right? So the best thing is to relocate. And once you've relocated, you and your partner, I will always say this, that a relationship is between these two masculine and feminine vessels that chose to come together. The magnet attracted the North Pole and the South Pole. They came together. I don't know where the easts and wests and the north souths and the northeasts and the southwests are coming into this attraction. I don't understand. So that's why I'm saying that relocate, move away from all of these other poles, your northeasts and your southwests, right? Move away, unite, and go live elsewhere, so that you can be able to then talk, communicate with your partner that, okay, partner, I understand that at your home you loved the tradition of hosting brides every Sundays. However, in my home, every Sundays were just for chilling, Netflix and chill. It was just a calm day whereby everybody was just sipping on champompo or sipping on tea with s'mores, whatever it was, right? For me, I prefer slow Sundays. And then when for you prefer these barbecue, chilled, all vibey Sundays. So how can we come to a common ground? We can say that maybe let's host the bride and draw a boundary that the bride will go on from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. unlike at your home's place whereby it used to go from 1 p.m. until late. So that's a compromise. We're coming to a compromise. Everybody is benefiting here, but everyone will get their fair share, because from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. we are hosting your bride and everybody is involved in the preparations, right? And the aftercare, the cleanup, right? And then from 2 p.m. until maybe a certain time, we are relaxing. It's a calm Sunday. See, we've incorporated both our cultures and came to a compromise somehow. That's how it's supposed to be. However, that can only be done if you move away, right? Kani, which network am I connected to here? Why is it busy telling me things? Facebook, please, anybody, if there's anybody here, comment if I'm not lagging or if I'm audible, or if everything is okay. Okay? I truly appreciate that. Okay. Where was I? Yes, redefine traditions. We've spoken about that. That you should keep what nourishes you and discard what is harmful according to you. And number two, you can outsource. You can outsource duties, right? Oh, she is back. You can outsource duties, okay? How? How do we do that? One, you can hire help instead of performing for in-laws, because sometimes you cannot be able maybe to move out or relocate, right? Maybe it's impossible to do that. So you have to live where you are placed. Maybe it's your high church, maybe it's your husband's home, right? So instead of performing for your in-laws, proving that yes, I've got this, meaning I'm in Bogoto, I can cook while washing at the same time, while cleaning and managing the babies, right? That's performance. Nobody can do that. Are you a machine? Even a machine, they have never seen a machine that does everything at once on its own without needing to recharge. Never. I've never seen it. Not unless you guys have seen it. Please comment if you have seen a machine that is programmed to do a lot of jobs in one. Comment on the comment section and tell me that, oh, it's this machine. Even if there is there, for example, there is this washing machine that is able to wash and dry, right? And it makes sure that it dries while it flattens, so the clothes come out as if they've been a bit ironed a bit, right? So it's a 3-in-1 washing machine. But then it doesn't do all of this at the same time. It first washes, done, then it dries, done, then it takes them out flat, nice and smooth. But then in this day and age, in our society, the woman, is expected to cook at the same time while managing babies, while cleaning, while washing, while doing the dishes at the same time, because she's got deadlines. What if the babies come back from school and they find no food, right? So it's that kind of layout. Yes. So you outsource, hire help instead of performing for in-laws, right? I don't know. I think I should incorporate this and we speak in depth about hiring help, because I feel like we use this hiring help thing lightly, as if just get somebody who's going to do the work for you while you focus on something else. However, now you are shifting what we are talking about exactly, that there is no one person who can do it all. So when you hire only one person, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that, oh, I cannot be a machine, but you can, in exchange for money? It doesn't make sense, right? So I feel like we'll talk about hiring help in depth in another video. But for now, let me just say, hire help. Get somebody or some people to come and assist you, right? Or if you can't afford that, have chosen family, have friends, neighbors, and so and whatnot, right? Have people come to help you out. Maybe they will be managing the babies while you do the dishes, and you sleep while they cook, right? Just have people you rotate chores with, because you cannot do it all. Even if you can wash dishes, done. Wash clothes, done. Do this, done. You will be exhausted. You're a human being. You need rest. So yes, have chosen family to support, right? And also here, relocation, guys, because I feel like in my culture especially, the woman is then expected to do everything for everyone. Maybe it's a very huge family, there are cousins here, there are uncles and aunties, and there are children and their children's children, and everybody is in this home. But just because you've married into this family and you're the woman, you're expected to wash for everybody. You find a washing basket this big with blankets and huge clothes, and they expect you to wash it for them, to wash for everybody, right? So relocate. Rather, you focus on your laundry, your husband's laundry, and your children's laundry. See, now the workload is a bit better. It's a bit minimal now. However, have help. I cannot emphasize this enough. You cannot do it alone. You cannot. If you can't afford hiring financial help, somebody you can pay up, then have chosen family, or have your friends, have sisters, have community members to come and assist you. But then we live in a world whereby we trust nobody, so it's just a whole, it's a mess. It's a mess. But then, yeah, you get what I'm saying, right? And then moving on, we're still talking about the elephant in the room, right? We've spoken about number 1, in-laws demand control. Number 2, family expectations crush individuality. And then now we're on partner. Partner loyalty is divided. What does this mean? Partners often side with their biological family, leaving out their spouses isolated. This one is very deep, right? It comes naturally, because I always say this. I said this even in our previous session, that nature always crushes performance. So whatever isn't natural will be crushed when it is up against performance, or up against something that isn't natural, something that is man-made. And truth be told, marriage is not natural. It's a way for humanity to survive. The power of two. We come together, we do it better than one. That's how marriages came about. Okay, we came so that we can help each other. Otherwise, it's not nature. It's not natural. There are a lot of reasons why people came together, in a form of marriage or union or whatnot, right? But it's not natural. Yes, giving birth is natural, and coming together to copulate is natural, but monogamy. Yeah, I know it's an unpopular thing. Monogamy was a human trait, a human design to keep humanity safe, so that the lifespan or the expectancy span can be longer, and so that people can be holistically healthy, right? It's not natural. But you having sisters, you having mothers, you having uncles and all that, the family, your biological family, is the most natural thing. It's blood. You guys are bound by blood. So whenever conflict arises, if you're not conscious enough, if you don't have enough discernment in you, you will side with your biological family, because, as I've said, nature always crushes performance when it comes to a performative setting. Once we start competing, nature will win. So avoid performance. That's what we were talking about last week. So it's coming again now, that partner loyalty is divided. Partners often side with their biological family, leaving their spouses isolated, right? But then, in a perfect world, in a perfect union, this is how it should be. Couples represent a strong front, protecting their household first, right? That's how it should be. This lower quality stream. I don't know what's happening with Facebook, guys. I don't know which. Let me see which router I'm connected to here. Give me some time. Okay, let me connect to this one. Oh, I never logged into this route. I've even forgotten the password. Okay. I'm shocked I wasn't connected to this router. Okay, so should I wait for Facebook? Okay, while Facebook is still loading, let's go to ad breaks. Okay, so yes, today I have breaks. Okay, so yes, today I have guys, Facebook is a mess and I can't even log out to go and see if it's working. I currently don't have viewership yet. I currently don't have viewership, but I don't know if this router works. What do I do, guys? I don't know. Okay, let's get to it. Where was I? Yes, leaving their spouses isolated. Oh, if you're interested in buying them, yes, WhatsApp the number on your screen. I also teach the skill, and if you're interested, you want to buy them to resell them at wholesale price. Yes, I sell them. You can buy them and sell them, resell them, buy them at a wholesale price for retail. And also you can earn money by bringing forth customers, and then you get yourself a 10% commission. So yes. And also I have books. If you're interested in reading my books, or you want to learn how to make these things, there is a website whereby you just go and check it out. Okay, so yes, ad break done. Yes, back to partner loyalty. In a perfect world, couples present a strong front. They protect their household first. How? Number one, practicing accountability. Practicing spouse or partner accountability by insisting we prioritize this household first over our biological household. We hold each other accountable, because this thing requires extreme wisdom, extreme discernment, and it truly needs you to be conscious of what you are doing, right? So we should remind each other and hold each other accountable that remember that whatever you're doing, we should prioritize this home we are building first. We are not saying neglect your biological home, but remember what I said in the beginning, that it should be more energy should be invested in this built household than the right. So that's how it should be done. So let's hold each other accountable. That's number one. And number two, if your partner is not pulling his or her weight, they are really focusing on their family, or they are failing truly to lumulega, or to leave their biological family, you can choose one of two ways. And again, I will forever say that these systems that have been put in place by society, maybe they started off as beautiful systems that protected humanity, but now they are drowning humanity, especially capitalism, patriarchy, religion, right? I mean, what is it called, organized religion, right? They are unaliving, they are killing the individual, right? Because you are told that living is wrong, divorce is a sin, begazela, right? For peace sake, right? So we live in such a world whereby mental and emotional health is taken for granted. So I'm here to tell you that here, any choice that you have made that is in line with love is the best choice. Love for yourself, love for your community, love for whatever you have chosen to put forth, to prioritize in line with your choice. If it was out of love, then it's the most perfect choice you can ever choose. So I'm here to tell you that divorce, living, separation, choosing yourself isn't a crime, isn't a sin, if done with love, not done to punish, not done to resent the next person, not done to prove or to show them that, yeah, I can do. No, if done truly out of love and respect, then it's the best thing you can ever choose. Okay, so if your partner is failing to take accountability, to prioritize this home you are building, they're truly attached, they're just having this toxic attachment to their biological home, then there are one of two ways you can choose. Way number one is living, right? Yes, I know it's a taboo. I know we live in a world, especially in my culture, it's a taboo to live. But when it feels, you feel like, you know what, this is costing my mental health, is costing my safety, is costing my sanity, and it will cost my life, then living is the best and the most bravest thing you can ever do for yourself, right? It is not failure, it is not a sin, it is not demonic and all that, right? It is the logical step. It is the most bravest step and the most holy thing you can ever do for yourself. So yes, that's the first one. And then the second one is just choosing yourself in the marriage. How does that look like? It looks like focusing on self-growth, focusing on giving yourself what your partner is failing to give you, right? Focusing on raising your kids. Make sure that the next generation you are building doesn't face what you are facing, right? It may be by educating your kids that, okay, this is how a healthy detachment looks like, right? I don't expect you to come home to me every weekend. It's okay to move on and focus on your built or your chosen family, right? It could be just tiny steps you can take to make sure that the next generation doesn't face what you guys are facing, right? And focus on yourself. Take yourself out, take some time out, focus on yourself, focus on your body, hydrate, look nice, and just do what feels right for you. Love yourself, fill your cup, right? Focus on yourself, right? So yes, I call it I call it protecting your peace and focusing on the institution of unionship or marriage, right? Yes, it is focusing on the institution. If partner cannot focus on your built family, okay? So focus on your kids, build your home, build yourself, right? And then if it's too overwhelming, if you feel like nah, in as much as I am still doing this, but then the family, my husband or my partner's family or my wife's family or my partner's family is extremely involved here. They are sitting on my shoulders. I feel like they are the ones running the marriage, and I've tried it all. I've tried it long enough, and there's no more try left in me. Then living is the healthy solution. Okay, living is not demonic, it's not a sin, and it's not failure. It's not failure. Okay. So the other one is, we've spoken about in-law demand control, family expectations, partner loyalty is divided. Now children witness conflict in this broken world, right? Children sense and see the tension between parents and grandparents and their uncles and aunties and all that, right? They see and they sense the tension. Okay, they do, in as much as we think that we're protecting them somehow by not telling them or conflicting in private, but they do sense it and they see it, and they learn at an early age that family equals to stress, right? That's what they conclude in their little brains, that, oh, family is equals to stress. Oh, okay. However, in a perfect world, children witness harmony by seeing respect across generations, across families, across diversity, right? They then learn that family is equals to safety. Hi, Chokozani, welcome, Your Majesty. Please don't be afraid to repost the live so that anybody who really needs to see it will be able to access it. Okay, thank you very much. Right? So yes, now how can we do this then? How can we get to making sure that children perceive family as a safety as a safety, oh no, yes, good, as a safety safety sport, something like that, right? Number one, we have to shield our children. How do we do that? By limiting their exposure to toxic family dynamics. This can look like maybe taking them to your extended family once a month, once a week, right? Once in whatever, but they shouldn't be there exposed to this toxicity each and every day, right? And after you've taken them there, explain to them, I think it's the next point, honest teaching. Explain that not all family is safe, but loyalty to self matters, right? Tell them whenever you go there, because they will see the toxicity. It doesn't matter that you don't go there frequently. It doesn't matter that they don't live there 90% or more than half of the time. But the fact that hour they were there, they were exposed to these dynamics, they will absorb it, right? So when you have to take a conscious decision to tell them that, okay, In as much as not all family is safe, there are some toxic traits here and there, there are things that happen here and there. It's very important to be loyal to yourself, right? Don't sell yourself short so that you can be loved by family. If you see toxicity, don't then say, it's fine, it's their family, so I should tolerate their toxic nature. No. As a child, you can see the toxicity and draw boundaries. So teach your children early that you should be honest with yourself. Not all family is safe, but loyalty to yourself matters, right? And then another way you can shield your children is alternative modeling, right? Show stability through community, not in-laws. As I've said, you should have a chosen family. You should have people who are your friends, your community members, your circle, your motherhood journey circle, whatever you choose to call it. People who will always be there for you in a healthy manner, right? Be in these healthy relationships so that your children, in as much as they are not seeing healthy relationships from their family members, from their extended family, but they can see it in your chosen family. They can see your relationship with your friends, your community, your circle, right? So have that. Have an alternative modeling. They should see stability through community, through your chosen family, maybe which is not your in-laws. Okay, so also there should be educational focus, right? Teach your children at an early age. Teach them resilience and independence, right? Over blind obedience. I think this emphasizes the previous one, that be loyal to yourself and be resilient enough and independent enough to be able to sometimes take the very hard decision of cutting people off if they're toxic to you, right? Because most times we are taught that loyalty should be given to family, should be loyal to your family no matter what, right? However, we live in a world whereby if you are perceived as nice, you then get taken advantage of, right? I'm not saying don't be nice. Be nice, but have boundaries, right? And enforce these boundaries such that you can say that, okay, this is what I'm willing to do. This is as far as I can go to support you or be there for you. But if you do this and that, if you cross this line, I will cut you off, and be willing to cut them off, and do cut them off once they cross that boundary, right? But we'll talk about boundaries in the next session. Today I'm just trying to make it a point that blind obedience, blind loyalty shouldn't be preached. Let's end it with us, with this generation, this blind loyalty thing, right? Let's teach our children that if you see toxicity, whether it's a family member or it's somebody who you have laid your life for, you are truly dependent on this person, don't be 100% independent on a human being. No. Have resilience, have self-autonomy and sovereignty. Be ready, just always be ready to cut people off if they cross your boundaries, especially if you relayed your boundaries clearly. Okay, so let's teach that. That's educational focus. And the last one is capitalism, patriarchy, and other systems. They propel dependency on extended family for cultural scripts, right? We live in a world that hides or supports these systems, your capitalism, your patriarchy, your toxic organized religions and cults. They support these. We live in a world whereby these things are supported in the name of culture, right? That's what should be done. That's what's always been done. That's what is right. It is our culture. Therefore, we should practice it. Yet we are now unknowingly, unconsciously, and indirectly feeding toxic patriarchy, toxic capitalism, toxic cults, right? So yes, in a perfect world, couples should sustain themselves without relying on extended families. We should be able to rely on each other first. As I've said, we should be conscious enough to say, you know what? We are putting this home first. Anything outside of you and me, anything outside of this pull, the north and the south end of the magnets, they are coming together. Anything outside of this comes secondary or not at all, right? So if we are conscious enough, we'll be able to say, okay, it is us first. Not that we are shutting the world out. No, we are saying that let's do this first. Then we can then adopt anything else. Sorry guys, I was on a phone call. Okay, as I was saying that, let's stop coming with baggage, too many baggages. You hear your friend, oh, hey, oh, Indoda must. Hey, you shouldn't allow your men to. Hey, you shouldn't do this. How? Hey, right? Now you are coming to a union with all of these noises. As a man, oh, you shouldn't go for a single mother. How somebody with children, they will expect you to provide for their children. How never provide for somebody's children. How umfazi uzaqhaphaza. How you shouldn't cook. How can umfazi wani? What is a woman for if you are going to cook? Now you are coming with noise, right? So that's why I'm saying that we should come together first so that we can filter out any noise that is coming outside, because we know what we stand for. We have come together and we've spoken with each other that, okay, this is what our vision is, this is what our goals are, this is what we're willing to compromise. Okay, this is not something that will take us to where we want to go, right? So once you come together like this, anything that is not for this will be filtered out, right? Anything that will promote this would be filtered out, but anything that is promoting this will be accepted, because you both know what you are doing. Okay, so yes, how can this be done? Number one, financial independence. Oh, I'm not saying let's feed capitalism, but I'm saying that we live in a world whereby everything is running on money. It's literally the fuel of a car in a car. It's literally a battery of a car in a car. That is money nowadays. We cannot run away from that, right? So make sure that you are financially independent. You are not dependent on your families, your biological families, for sustenance. Or else, if it's that, then vele, once you are dependent on somebody, then the person feels obligated to put in input in whatever you're doing. So if you're depending on your biological family for financial help, then you'll be prone to bow before them. Right? They will come in here and start dictating rules for you, right? So be financially independent so that you are able to say, you know what, guys, please stay away a bit while we try to build our family, while we try to do what we can do, what we want to do. Okay, so number one, it's financial independence. Number two, rely on chosen family. Hey, guys, marriage is a lot on its own outside of in-laws. Let's just say maybe you guys are really good, a good team, you know what you want, you have amazing goals, you have amazing everything, right? Truly, you are a unit. But there are a lot of things that come forth. Maybe you guys had agreed on a certain compromise, now your partner has changed, they want something else because people change. We live in a world whereby nothing is stable. If somebody is constant, extremely constant from start to finish, they tell you that they love coconut and they are loving coconut for the next 10 years of our lives, there's something wrong with that person. Maybe they're not adventurous enough, or maybe they're just stagnant by nature. So never trust a person who, I'm not saying never trust a person who is consistent. I'm saying never trust a person who never evolves. Yes, they should be constant yet, yes, but they should evolve in their consistency. Evolve with the time, show that you are growing, right? So sometimes we may come into this union with certain goals that, okay, this is what we are willing to compromise, this is what we are willing to do, right? And maybe somebody in the middle of it all, then they evolve, right? Now you have to think fast. You have to be malleable and ductile enough to be able to either accept them as they are, or think fast as to what and how you're going to sustain the family. Okay, so you find that maybe you may need a sounding board, and your partner is not a good sounding board, because right now your partner is the very same person who has put you inside the controversy. Okay, so rely on a chosen family. Find a trustworthy friend, a friend you can trust, a community member, a woman circle, whatever it is. Have that thing outside of your union that is for, remember, it should be for the union, not against the union. Okay, so have that circle, have that sounding board, have that witness, somebody you can go to and be like, okay, I'm facing something like this, how best can I tackle it, right? So yes, whether it's financially or otherwise, right? But have that support structure. Okay, and then the last one is have contractual clarity. Last session I mentioned that the reason why I love marriage over cohabitation is the fact that there is contractual clarity, and I love boundaries. I'm one person who truly loves boundaries. Okay, so have that contractual clarity. What does that mean? A contractual clarity will be legal boundaries, boundaries that protect property and custody. Remember, I told you that if your extended families, your biological families are the ones that are sustaining you in literally everything, in your finances, in your mental health, in your managing the home and all that, if they're the ones who are more involved in your new home, when something happens, they will be obligated to take something, a certain property. Oh, we bought you this car, therefore we can take it anytime we want, right? Oh, maybe the spouse has passed on, so the children are our property because we've been the ones for, right? So yes, have a contractual clarity, something written down to say that, okay, this is what should be done in the event of this and that. Marriage Gate states that clearly. Anything, especially if you're in community of property, anything that is within this marriage, it is shared among husband and wife. No external party involved, right? That's how it is in a marriage. Oh my God, I hope I'm not lagging. Okay. Who can I ask? Mighty, anybody, please text to tell me if I'm lagging or not. Because if I'm lagging, then it will be bad for the Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So yes, we are. Okay. I'm being given a puzzle on TikTok. So now we are done addressing the elephant in the room. We have listed what is happening in our current broken world and how it would look like in a perfect world and the steps to take into achieving the perfect world. We have done that. I call it the elephant in the room. Hi Biela, hi Your Majesty. Sorry, can I ask a favor of you, Biela? Please comment if I'm lagging. Am I lagging or my mouth is in sync with the sound coming out of my mouth? Please help me, Your Majesty. Okay, so the next part is you can name it, right? Because somebody may say, Ish, I heard you speaking of everything you've spoke about today, but I just don't even know where to start, right? Because I'm extremely stuck. Hi, Pulanela. Hi, Your Majesty. You always join when we're about to leave. Now we're about to pretend I'm about to summarize. Imagine I'm about to summarize. Pulanala, quick favor. Can you tell me, is my lips in sync with what I'm saying? Am I lagging or everything is perfect? Can you please comment on the comment section? Right. So somebody may say, I did share the live. I shared it on the group, Your Majesty. I did. Oh, it's in sync. Everything is synchronizing. Okay. Thank you, Pulanala. Right. So, some people, they go like, yeah, I hear you. I hear that you're saying all of these things that, in this toxic world, this is what is happening. But in a perfect world, this is what should be happening. I hear you, but it's overwhelming. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I don't know where to start. Thank you, Pulanala. I don't know where to start. I don't know even how, right? So, if you are facing something like this, now let's bridge the gap. What can you do? The first step is to just name it, right? Just name it. I feel trapped. I am feeling overwhelmed. I feel stuck between my partner and his family, or my partner and my family. I don't know who to choose. I don't know how to divide myself. I don't know how to invest my energy equally to both of them. Name it. Name it. It removes the guilt. It removes the shame. It removes the load it has over you, right? So name it. Even though you don't have the solution to it, just name it so that it can be bigger a shashalazini, just be put forth, put out there, right? So yes, number one, name it. Number two, validate it. Yes, validate it. Say that I'm not failing. I am navigating centuries of patriarchal expectation. Okay, even though you're not sure as to why it's happening, but validate what you're feeling. Whatever you're feeling is valid. It is happening because there've been centuries of patriarchal expectations which have now been even ingrained in culture. It's done in the name of culture, yet it is indirectly oppressing your individuality, oppressing your womanhood. So validate it. Validate it. Yes, it's valid. My feelings are valid. They are not too much. I am not being too much. I am not being unpalatable, right? Whatever I'm feeling is valid because this is what happens. Even if you don't know what is happening, maybe you don't know that you are going through this because of this, just say that I'm going through this and that's enough. It's enough for me to cry. It's enough for me to just want to rest. It's enough for me to want to step out. Whatever I'm feeling is valid. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know the cause, but I am feeling it and it's valid enough for me to step out. Right? Thank you, Pulanala. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'm so sad that you missed it. This was so powerful, but then it's fine. Okay? So, yes. Number three, witness it. Right? As I've said, that have that one person to help you, remind you of your boundaries, help you hold your boundaries, help you put your boundaries in place, right? As I've said, that maybe sometimes you may relay your boundaries that, okay, this is what I don't like. But then when the person crosses those boundaries, you don't execute what you said, right? For example, I don't like you doing this and this. If you do this and this, I will cut you off. And then they do it, but then you don't cut them off. Then they will take you for granted, right? So have that person, the witness, somebody who will say, oh, remember your boundaries, right? Somebody who will remind you, be your sounding board, be your witness. Have that person, right? I offer that kind of community. Remember, every Friday, 8 p.m., I'm starting this thing. I was doing it every day, 10 a.m. But then I realized that some days I'm not okay. Some days I'm feeling fatigued. And then I'm like, no, I cannot do this every day. So now I'm shifting it. Every Friday, 8 p.m. South African Standard Time, I'm going to hold a session of women. I'm just going to call it a pajama night, right? Pajama Fridays. I am still looking for a catchy name, whereby we're just going to do a WhatsApp video call in our pajamas, sipping on our cocoa or whatever you want to sip on that gives you comfort, okay? In your pajamas, in your blankets, whatever you. 8 p.m. It's quiet, it's calm. It doesn't matter if it's still chaotic, your kids are still climbing over you. It doesn't matter. But it's just us. Being us in our raw selves, raw emotions, no makeup, mess, in our do-rags, in our pajamas, sipping on coffee, spilling coffee all over us, but it's fine, right? So that's the community I want to have every Friday, 8 p.m. So it's going to be an hour, 8 to 9, where you can be witnessed, right? Because we live in a world of isolation. You cannot trust anybody. But this circle will be a circle of just witnessing each other, where we can witness each other, vent, just be who we are, right? Without any judgment or expectations or any expectations to perform, okay? So I'm still planning on it. I'm still digesting it, right? If you're interested, just WhatsApp the number on the screen and we'll get to it, okay? So yes. And then the last one is take small steps, okay? Begin with one boundary. Just have that one boundary, right? Don't have a lot of boundaries all at once. You'll be overwhelmed, and sometimes they may even be the ones pinning you down, right? They may be crippling and paralyzing, right? So have this one boundary. I always say this: you cannot be a jack of all trades and master of all, right? But you can be a jack of that one trade and master it, then move on to the next trade and master it. Same with boundaries. Have that boundary, have a relationship with that boundary, know that boundary, let that boundary be you. Once that is done, once the relationship has been established with the boundary, now you can even execute the consequences in line with crossing that boundary. You can then move on to set the next boundary and then have a relationship with the right, while still maintaining the relationship with your previous boundary. Don't say, I've mastered you, therefore I'm done with you, I'm on to the next. No. Now this boundary is self-managing itself, but you can just go there and check that, okay, it's still there. Okay, boundary, are you still there, right? Monitor and evaluate that previous boundary. Now we are moving on to the next boundary. While busy molding it, sustain the previous one. Now that you have cramped the second one, go on to the third one. Monitor and evaluate the previous two, right? Just but then begin with one boundary, not all at once, right? So that's how it is. Now let us bust some myths, shall we? Okay. Myth number one says marriage automatically blends families into harmony. False. No. Families often clash in values, tradition, and boundaries. And as I've said, you have to be very conscious and have this wisdom of discernment to know how to manage your families, how to manage your biological family and your built family. Know which one should be prioritized. Know the amount of energy that should be put on this family and this family. Know the ratio so that neither of them feel neglected, right? So no, marriage doesn't automatically blend families. It's a conscious decision. It's work. You put in the work to make sure that the family is harmonious, right? And then another myth is pleasing in-laws guarantees respect. Oh no, pleasing in-laws doesn't guarantee respect. It does not. Respect must be earned through boundaries, not compliance. Right? When you please people, you are overgiving your energy and they will take your energy for granted. As I've said that most times, if you're a nice person, then people walk over you, right? They then take without reciprocating. Okay, so you should be able to draw boundaries, know that okay, this is what I'm willing to give, this is what I'm willing to compromise at this time, at this pace, when and how, right? But then I'm not willing to do this, right? So be able to draw boundaries. Pleasing your in-laws doesn't automatically make them respect you, doesn't automatically make them love you or care for you. No, drawing boundaries does. I am willing to do this for you, but this is as far as I can go. Okay. So yes, the last myth is mothers must absorb all expectations. No, mothers have the right to define their household culture. Most in-laws then expect you to be the cleaner, to be the chef, to be the maid, to be the surrogate, to be the right. So now we are supposed to be a jack of all trades and master of none. No. So as a mother, you are very much allowed to step out. Build your own home outside of your biological family, outside of your partner's biological family, outside of your own biological family, so that you can have your own culture and your own philosophies for your own peace of mind and sanity, right? So no, mothers are not supposed to be just saying yes, 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 because they are vulnerable, they need help. No. There will be somebody out there who is willing to be by your side regardless of whatever you're going through. You don't have to be like, yes, 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 because you are begging for a relationship. You're begging for a family. There will be people out there waiting to be your chosen family, and they will even do it better than blood family, right? So yeah, let's not be afraid to go out there. Let's not be afraid to have boundaries and stand by them. Standards, baby, standards. We live in a world where standards are demonized. Oh, your standards are too high. No. Have them high. Have them high. If that's what you truly want, have it, my darling. Have it. Okay? So yeah, that's it for today. That's it for today. If you're interested in joining my group, the one I've been talking about, whereby we offer support, a place to vent, a place to be yourself, just be who you are without expectations, without performance, WhatsApp the number on your screen and we'll take it from there. So, and also, if you want, just for clarity, because guys, these expectations, they're a lot. Sometimes you don't even know how to draw the boundary, when to draw the boundary. Is it even necessary for me to draw the boundary, right? So we're just stuck. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's a lot. It's a mess. You at the same time, we're trying to discover who you are. Now we are even trying to remember who you are, who you were before motherhood. And at the same time, these expectations, I have to draw boundaries. It's a lot. I'm managing a home. You're also having to, it's a lot. It's a lot. And then you find yourself that you are being buried under the load, right? So sometimes there is a way to bypass this thing. There are teas, there are herbal teas, there are herbs to cleanse your aura. These teas will cleanse you internally and align your internal environment. And these herbs, when you bath with them, they will cleanse your aura and align your external environment, right? So if you want, just WhatsApp the number on your screen, and there is a number there that you will text. She helps with that kind of therapy, right? So hi Namondelio, thank you Majesty. Tap the screen. Don't be afraid to repost the live so that anybody who will truly need it will be able to see it. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it for today. Let's summarize the hell out of this thing, right? Okay, Namonde, is my are my lips moving the same what is the sound coming out of my mouth the same as the way my lips are moving, or am I lagging? Please comment before I do this summary. Yes. Mwah, thank you, baby girl. Okay, so let's summarize the hell out of this thing. Thank you. No more doing sugar. Okay, So today we were on week 22 and we were talking navigating in-laws and family expectations. And our session theme summary reads, this week explores the delicate dance between honoring extended family and protecting your own values. Boundaries don't mean rejection, they mean clarity. You can love your family and still choose a different path. Your home, your rhythm, your rules. Ooh! And this excerpt from our book Born into Change will be taken from chapter Adulthood and Independence. Under Cost of Self-Silencing. It reads, when young adults mute their truth to preserve connection, they begin to fracture internally. The relationship may remain intact, but the self begins to erode. Over time, the self-silencing leads to resentment, disconnection, and emotional fatigue. The young adult may feel like a stranger in their own life, present but not fully alive. The cost of peace becomes too high. Wow. The gist of this whole thing is the tension between loyalty and truth is where self-authorship begins. Woo! What is our quote for today? Our quote reads, you don't have to repeat the past to respect it. Ah! Yes! Yes! Beautiful, beautiful. So yes, guys, that's it for today. That's it for today, for this week. If you're interested in following the program, today we're on week 22. Next week, Friday, 1 p.m., we'll be on week 23. If you're interested, you can DM me so I can add you to the group where I share the link to my live session. So every Friday, 1 p.m., we are live. We talk about the motherhood journey. And if you want to know what we'll be talking about from next week up until the end of time, there is a what you call a lineup. Yes, there's a lineup whereby I state what we shall be talking about on which day, right? So just check my stories, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Just check my stories so that you can see what we shall be talking about in the upcoming weeks. Otherwise, that's it from me. Oh, and also if you're interested in joining this group I'm making on WhatsApp, just WhatsApp the number on your screen and we'll take it from there. There is a group that I'm trying to formulate whereby as mothers we just come together 8 p.m. on Fridays, pajama party, as messy as we are, no expectations, no performance, with kids running over our heads, it's fine. Just a place to vent and to share tips and to ask questions and just to be ourselves outside of societal expectations, outside of performance, right? So yeah, I'm still thinking of a name, I'm still thinking of it's under construction, but I'm just advertising so that we can start, right? Let's get the ball running. Perfection will find us on the way. Otherwise, from me, guys, mwah, thank you for being there. Thank you, No Monday. Love you, baby girl. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, TikTok. See you guys next week, Friday. Mwah. Bye, TikTok. Hey.